In the whispering winds of time, myths and legends have been woven, shaping our understanding of the world. From the far-reaching corners of the globe, tales of the extraordinary have been passed down through generations. Imagine the vast icy landscapes of Scandinavia, home to the mighty Norse gods. Hear the thunderous roar of Thor's hammer echoing across the fjords. Picture the majestic Mount Olympus, where Greek deities plot and scheme, their divine dramas shaping the course of human history. Venture into the dense jungles of the Amazon, where ancient spirits of nature reside. Feel the pulse of the earth beneath your feet, the whispered secrets of the trees. Journey to the mystical lands of the Far East, where dragons fly among the stars, guardians of wisdom and power. These stories, these myths and legends, they are the threads that bind us, the tales that unite us. They remind us of the magic that exists in the world, the enchanting allure of the unknown. So let the power of these timeless tales inspire you, captivate you, and most importantly, remind you of the extraordinary in the everyday. Welcome to Top Thangs, where the past meets the present in the most spectacular fashion. Today we're setting sail on a global odyssey, exploring the most epic myths and legends from every corner of the world. From the creation tales of ancient China to the heroic sagas of Norse gods, we're on a mission to uncover the stories that have captivated humanity for millennia. Are you ready to journey through time and discover the myths that make us who we are? Let's dive into the legends that have unleashed the power of imagination across cultures and generations. Myths and legends form a rich tapestry in the cultural heritage of civilizations worldwide. Ancient folk tales and epic stories passed down through generations encode values, customs, histories, and metaphorical life lessons. While fantastical elements may cloud historicity, these legends offer profound insights when analyzed respectfully. This essay will journey around the world to survey memorable myths and analyze what makes such tales resonate meaningfully across time and geography. From East Asian and Mesoamerican legends to Norse and African epics, humanity's shared love of storytelling that blends realism, imagination, and morality emerges as a universal human experience. Chinese myths of Nuwa and Pangu. In Chinese mythology, the creator deity Nuwa molds humans from the yellow earth to populate the world and restore order following a great flood. The sibling gods Fuxi and Nuwa later introduced culture, crafts, and agriculture to humanity. This emphasizes Nuwa's vital nurturing role in founding Chinese civilization. Similarly, the giant Pangu separates yin and yang by pushing apart sky and earth after hatching from the cosmic egg. His sacrifice creates ordered space for life to bloom in primordial chaos. Both myths encode a reverence for the origins of human society guided by providential forces. Hindu epics, the Ramayana and Mahabharata. The ancient Hindu Vedic epics, the Ramayana and Mahabharata, form pillar narratives which have shaped Indian culture and philosophy for millennia. Through the moral trials of princes like Rama and Arjuna, assisted by deities in disguise, these sprawling stories explore dharma, reincarnation, karma, and moksha on the path toward enlightenment. Allegorical figures like Hanuman and Krishna embody aspects of the divine manifested in worldly forms. The symbolic themes in these foundational Hindu texts resonate through later Hinduism, bhakti movements, dance, art, and morality tales. Norse sagas of Odin and Loki. Norse mythology abounds with towering gods governing destiny, often bound with grim fates themselves. Central deities Odin and Loki exemplify the dualities of wise beneficence versus chaotic trickery inclining destiny. As king of the gods, Odin gained cosmic wisdom by sacrificing his eye and voyaged in disguise among mortals to deferred apocalyptic calamity. The cunning Loki catalyzes both great quests and the fated tragedy of Ragnarok, dooming gods and men, binding chaos and destiny together. Their mythic journeys in the grand sagas reveal how Norse culture wrestled with fate, mortality, choice, and the fluid nature of truth. Mayan legends of Chel and Itzamna. In the pantheon of Mayan deities, Chel represents the goddess of medicine, fertility, midwifery, and the moon, while Itzamna is the creator god of divination linked to the sun, science, writing, and calendars. Together, they symbolize the interplay of female and male energies that generates life and knowledge. Myths of their divine romance, conflicts, and joint acts of creation emphasize duality and cosmic balance, which guided Mayan astronomical science and seasonal rituals tied to maize agriculture. The vibrant syncretism of Mayan oral tradition fused myth, prophecy, and ancestral wisdom. West African folklore of Anansi the Trickster. Anansi, the spider trickster, features prominently in legends across West Africa and the diaspora cultures he accompanied through the slave trade. Tales of Anansi using his wits, charm, and guile to outsmart larger predators and deceive the arrogant celebrate the small overcoming powerful oppressors through skill and intellect. Anansi is a mythic exemplar of the cunning knowledge required to survive, subtly protest, and preserve hope and dignity in the face of exploitation. Thus his symbol, the spider, reminds of how the creative power of language and story can lift the downtrodden. The Greek Pantheon, heroes and gods. The rich tapestry of Greek mythology offers an expansive universe of gods, heroes, and monsters, each embodying human virtues and vices, cosmic laws, and natural forces. Central to these myths are tales of heroism, divine intervention, and the consequences of hubris. Figures like Hercules and his 12 labors, the cunning Odysseus navigating his long journey home in the Odyssey, and the tragic fate of Icarus who flew too close to the sun, illustrate the complex interplay between fate, divine will, and human effort. The Greek gods themselves, from the wise Athena to the tempestuous Zeus, represent the personification of natural elements and human emotions, guiding and interfering in the lives of mortals. These stories, passed down through oral traditions and later immortalized by poets like Homer and Hesiod, serve as enduring lessons on morality, wisdom, and the importance of striving for excellence, arit, despite the often capricious nature of the gods. Celtic mythology, the Otherworld and its inhabitants. Celtic mythology, with its rich oral traditions and later medieval literature compilations, presents a fascinating realm of gods, heroes, and an enchanting otherworld. This mythology, spanning across Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and Brittany, introduces us to the Tuatha De Danann, the pantheon of deities who embody various aspects of nature and human endeavor. Central themes include the heroics of Cuchulainn in the Ulster cycle, the mystical sovereignty goddesses, and tales of the Siddi, the fairy folk who inhabit the otherworld. This otherworld is a parallel realm where time flows differently and is accessible at liminal spaces and times. The tales often explore themes of bravery, loss, and the quest for wisdom, emphasizing the deep connection between the Celts and their natural surroundings. Japanese folklore, spirits and samurai. Japanese folklore is a mesmerizing blend of Shinto and Buddhist traditions where kami, spirits, inhabit all aspects of the natural world, and tales of samurai valor stand alongside stories of yokai, monsters, and spirits. Notable are the tales of the samurai Minamoto no Yoshitsune and his loyal retainer, the warrior monk Benkei, which highlight the virtues of loyalty, honor, and martial prowess. Equally captivating are the stories of spirits and creatures such as the shape-shifting kitsune, fox, the mischievous tanuki, raccoon dog, and the vengeful spirit of Yuki-onna, the snow woman. These tales, woven into the fabric of Japanese culture, explore the balance between the seen and unseen worlds, the importance of respect for nature, and the complex interplay of duty, fate, and personal honor. Aboriginal Australian Dreamtime. The Dreamtime stories of the Aboriginal Australian peoples offer a unique perspective on the world, explaining the origins of the land, its features, and the laws governing the relationship between people, flora, fauna, and the spiritual world. These creation stories, passed down orally through generations, are more than just myths. They are a lived experience, a way to understand the world, and a guide for living harmoniously within it. Central figures include the rainbow serpent, responsible for creating rivers and gorges, and ancestral beings like the Wandjina, who painted their images on cave walls as they created the landscape. Dreamtime stories teach the importance of respecting the land, the sacredness of life, and the interconnectedness of all things. The riches of Slavic folklore, Baba Yaga and the Firebird. Slavic folklore, spanning across Eastern Europe and Russia, is a realm filled with enchanting tales of magic, heroes, and mythical creatures. Among the most iconic figures is Baba Yaga, the fearsome witch who dwells in a hut that stands on chicken legs and flies in a mortar wielding a pestle. Despite her terrifying appearance, Baba Yaga is often a source of wisdom and aid to those who prove themselves worthy. Another beloved myth is that of the Firebird, a magical and radiant bird whose feathers illuminate the night. The quests for the Firebird often symbolize the pursuit of enlightenment and the trials one must overcome to achieve wisdom. These stories, interwoven with the natural world and the spiritual realm, highlight themes of bravery, resourcefulness, and the complex nature of good and evil. Polynesian voyagers, Maui, and the creation of the islands. The myths and legends of the Polynesian peoples span across the vast Pacific Ocean, telling the stories of gods, heroes, and the creation of the islands. One of the most celebrated figures is Maui, a demigod known for his cunning and adventurous spirit. Among his most famous deeds is the snaring of the sun to slow its journey across the sky, giving humanity longer days to work and live. Another tale recounts how he fished the islands from the ocean's depths with his magical hook. These stories not only explain the natural features of the Polynesian world, but also celebrate the ingenuity, courage, and connection to the sea that enabled the great voyages of Polynesian navigators, binding the scattered islands into a cohesive cultural tapestry. The spirits of the Andes, Inca myths and legends. In the high altitudes of the Andes, the Inca civilization flourished with a rich mythology that intertwined the natural and spiritual worlds. Central to Inca myths is the figure of Viracocha, the creator god who fashioned the sun, moon, stars, and first humans from stone. After a great flood, Viracocha sent his children, the sun god Inti and the moon goddess Mamaquila, to civilize humanity and teach them the arts of agriculture, craftsmanship, and worship. Myths like the Ayer brothers, who emerged from the cave of Pacaratambo to found the Inca Empire, encapsulate themes of divine right, leadership, and the sacred origins of the Incan people. These legends, passed down through oral traditions and later chronicled by Spanish conquerors, underscore the deep reverence the Inca held for the forces of nature and their deities, who were believed to reside within the mountains, the sun, and the moon. Arabian Nights, Tales of Magic and Adventure. The collection of Middle Eastern folk tales known as 1001 Nights or the Arabian Nights offers a rich repository of stories filled with magic, intrigue, and adventure. Framed by the story of Scheherazade, who tells tales to delay her execution by the Sultan Shahryar, these stories traverse the realms of fantasy, romance, and moral lessons. Notable tales include Aladdin and the Wonderful Lamp, Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves, and The 7 Voyages of Sinbad the Sailor. These narratives, set in a world where the mundane meets the magical, highlight the power of cleverness, the importance of justice, and the belief in the supernatural. The Arabian Nights has left an indelible mark on world literature, influencing countless works with its exotic settings, complex characters, and intricate plots. The enigmatic legends of Southeast Asia, the Princess of Mount Ophir. The folklore of Southeast Asia is a splendid mosaic of tales that reflect the region's diverse cultures, religions, and natural landscapes. Among these, the legend of Puteri Gunung Ledang, the Princess of Mount Ophir, stands out in Malaysian and Indonesian folklore. This mythical princess is said to possess unearthly beauty and magical powers, residing atop the mystical Mount Ophir, Gunung Ledang. According to legend, the Sultan of Malacca sought her hand in marriage, but she set impossible tasks for him to fulfill, symbolizing the unattainable perfection and the complexities of human desires. The tale, rich with themes of love, sovereignty, and the supernatural, emphasizes the deep connection between the people and the mystic nature surrounding them. Legends of the North American First Nations, Raven the Creator. The indigenous peoples of North America share a rich tradition of storytelling, with myths and legends that speak deeply to their connection with the earth, animals, and the cosmos. Among the most iconic figures in these cultures is the Raven, revered in many First Nations and Native American folklore, particularly among the peoples of the Pacific Northwest. The Raven is often depicted as a trickster god, a creator, and a transformer who brought the world into existence and shaped many aspects of it. One famous tale describes how Raven stole the sun from a greedy chief, bringing light into the world. These stories, rich in symbolism and moral lessons, underscore the importance of balance, transformation, and the interconnectedness of life. The Heart of Europe, the Brothers Grimm and their fairy tales. The brothers Grimm, Jacob and Wilhelm, collected and published some of the most famous European fairy tales during the 19th century. Their work includes tales such as Cinderella, Snow White, Hansel and Gretel, and Rapunzel, which have become staples of Western storytelling. These stories, rooted in Germanic folklore, often feature elements of magic, wickedness, and morality, exploring themes of hardship, resilience, and the triumph of good over evil. The Grimm's fairy tales, beyond providing entertainment, serve as a window into the cultural and social values of the time, highlighting the importance of cunning, virtue, and the power of the underdog. The mystical lore of the Himalayas, the Yeti. The Himalayan region, spanning several countries including Nepal and Tibet, is home to one of the most famous cryptids in the world, the Yeti, or the abominable snowman. Tales of the Yeti have been a part of Himalayan folklore for centuries, describing it as a large, ape-like creature dwelling in the snow-capped mountains. While often considered a mythical beast, the Yeti holds significant cultural importance among the local populations, symbolizing the mysteries and dangers of the Himalayas. Western fascination with the Yeti has spurred numerous expeditions to find evidence of its existence, blending science, adventure, and myth in the quest to uncover the truths hidden in these ancient legends. As we've journeyed across the vast landscapes of global mythology, from the ancient soils of China to the mystical realms of Norse gods, and through the spiritual narratives of the Aboriginal Australian Dreamtime, we've woven together a rich tapestry that underscores the profound universality of myths and legends. These stories, cherished across diverse civilizations, function as cultural vessels, encapsulating essential meanings vital for identity, values, and worldviews. They reveal common motifs that speak to shared truths about the human experience: love and loss, courage and fear, hubris and redemption, transcending any one tradition. In exploring these narratives from the heights of Mount Olympus to the dreamy expanses of the Australian outback, we find that myths and legends, in their infinite diversity, echo universal experiences. They offer windows into the hearts and minds of their cultures, reflecting the hopes, dreams, and fears of people across time and space, thus reminding us of our shared humanity. These tales bridge worlds, connecting us to our ancestors, to nature, and to each other, teaching us about the values, fears, and aspirations of different cultures. The lingering resonance of these stories urges us to remember that self-knowledge and the power of envisioning the possible matter as much as the material details of history. Myths distill the collective wisdom accumulated over generations through archetypes, folklore, and supernatural imaginings that continue to inspire and educate. They reveal the depth of our imagination and the indomitable nature of our quest for understanding, celebrating the enduring legacy of our shared heritage. Through the power of storytelling, we not only gain insight into the human condition, but also affirm the indelible bonds that link us across the vast tapestry of human existence. Myths remind us that, though our cultures and histories may differ, the stories we tell resonate with the same longing for understanding, meaning, and connection. In this way, the Global Odyssey of Myths and Legends serves as a testament to the timeless allure of these narratives and the universal threads that bind humanity in a world woven from myths. As our global journey of myths and legends draws to a close, we're left to ponder the profound impact these stories have on our collective consciousness. Why do tales of gods, heroes, and mythical creatures resonate so deeply across diverse cultures and epochs? These narratives, rich in symbolism and moral lessons, not only entertain but also offer insight into the human condition, reflecting our deepest fears, aspirations, and values. Consider the parallels and contrasts between the legends we've explored. What do they reveal about the universal themes of love, power, courage, and betrayal? How do these stories inform our understanding of different cultures and their historical contexts? We invite you to delve deeper into the mythology of your own heritage or explore new legends from cultures around the globe. What new insights can you uncover, and how do they shape your understanding of the world? Share your discoveries and the myths you're most curious about in the comments below. Let's continue the conversation and keep the spirit of these timeless tales alive for future generations. Thank you for joining us on this mesmerizing journey through the world of myths and legends. We've traversed continents and sailed through time, uncovering the stories that have shaped civilizations and inspired countless generations. What did you find most fascinating about these tales? Which myth or legend resonates with you the most? Share your thoughts and the stories you'd love for us to explore next in the comments below. If you enjoyed this odyssey of imagination, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Top Thangs for more adventures into the heart of humanity's greatest narratives. Until next time, keep the legends alive. Thank you for watching Top Thangs.